Hello, this is a short tutorial on how to use the Illinois State Water Survey's web mapping application tool. This is a password protected website that is not open to the general public, so once the correct credentials have been entered in, this is the first window that will appear for the web mapping application tool. You can read the information and click agree and then enter your email address. This is the email address that will be associated with all the comments that you make moving forward. Hit continue, and now you're in the web mapping tool. If at any time you think you entered your email address wrong or you would like to switch to a separate one, you can hit the globe in the corner up here and you can go in, you can change it. First thing I want to bring your attention to are the question marks. There are question marks located here. There's one up at the top of the page. There's ones throughout some of the layers. All the question marks lead you to the same page. The only difference is which of these headers is opened up depending on which question mark you click on, but they're all on the same page. And this just has some general questions and answers, and also has some information and some descriptions on some of the layers that are used within the map. So now we're going to add a comment. If you know of a specific area that is important to the discovery with FEMA, you can zoom into an area, and then up here in this window pane you can click add comment. At that point your cursor will change to crosshairs, and then any click you make will start drawing a polygon. Single clicks will draw the polygon, and then when you have the area highlighted you can double click and your polygon will be set, and then the comment window will pop back up and it will have these boxes to fill out. And there are specific categories here. So in this case I'm going to make this an overtop road. This is just an example. And then for the water name, I'm not quite sure what it was before I clicked on it, but if you know what it is you can write it. And then this is where you actually make your comment, and you can be as specific as you like. I'm going to say that this road was overtopped during a storm in June of 2016. And then when you have finished filling out the boxes, click update, and then it will tell you that it's been updated, and then there you have your comment. If you want to edit that comment, you simply click on it and the prompt box shows back up. However, you can only edit the text associated with the polygon. You cannot edit the actual shape of the polygon. If you want to edit the shape of the polygon, once you have it highlighted, the only way to do that is to click delete to get rid of it, and then you will have to redraw and then refill out that information. When you edit a comment, you will have to make sure to, when you are done finishing, to hit update. If you do not click update, the edits you made will not stay permanent. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this comment since it was just an example. So using the web map tool in general, here are some tips and tricks. On the left hand side you will see certain buttons. This one here is your base map layer. So right now we just have the topographic map. You can do an imagery one, which will be more of your Google Earth view. Now all of these base maps are Esri products. and whichever one you feel is easiest to use to record the proper information. Then over here are layers. You can toggle all of these on and off as you like. This bottom one down here is the National Flood Hazard layer, and it has a little note that you must zoom in to view. So this specific layer turns on and off depending on how close your zoom extents are. So when it's on, you can see it's all red. When you get closer, you can start to see the panel numbers. But it's not until you get to a certain zoom point where you actually see the National Flood Hazard layer come on. And this is the same products that are available on the FEMA websites through their Map Service Center. Now, if you have a question about what any of these colors and these layers mean, this bottom here is the legend. And then you can see how this light blue is the 1% annual chance flood. The red and blue crosshatch is a special floodway. Just the horizontal lines are the regulatory. And this legend is updated dynamically. It is automatically updated depending on what layers you have turned on. So if you were to turn on this draft 1% flood extent and then go back to layers, you can see now it is part of the layer. But if you were to turn it off along with the natural flood hazard layer and you go back to the legend, they are no longer showing up. And again, if at any time you want to learn more information about these layers, you can click on the question mark. It will bring you to our description page. Some last general map tips when using the map. If you right click and move the mouse, it will change the orientation of the map. If you want to try to look at something downstream or east and west versus the normal north and south, if you click this compass, it reorients it to the normal view. If you have a specific area you want to look at and you do not have the wheel on your mouse, and you do not want to use the zoom in and out extents, you can always hold shift and drag your mouse and it will zoom in to that specific extent. And then you can also use your arrow keys to scroll the map. I hope all of this helps you be able to make the comments for the Kishwaukee Watershed project.